To prepare the sample, I collect a tablet from the technician. This is a commercially available painkiller. I grind the tablet into a powder using a mortar and pestle. When I have achieved the powder, I take a small sample with a spatula and put it into a test tube. I add about 2 milliliters of methanol into the test tube. With the help of a vortex mixer, I mix the solution and try to get the tablet dissolved. Next, I prepare the TLC plate. I draw a line across the bottom of the TLC plate about 1 centimeter away from the edge. And I mark 5 spots in equal distances. And I label the spots with numbers or letters, trying to put the unknown in the middle. Next, I collect the standards and write down the names of the standards and the associated number. This is important for afterwards so that I know what number stands for which compound. I spot each of the standard solutions in the appropriate spot on the TLC plate. I try to get the spots exactly onto the mark and try to keep it as small as possible. With a Pasteur pipette, I take a sample from the test tube and also spot this on my TLC plate. I repeat the process and try to make sure that the same substance gets spotted in the same location as the first time. The developing chambers are in the fume hood and each contain a different solvent mixture. I make note of the composition of the different mixtures A, B, and C. The group puts 1 TLC plate into each of the solvents. When the solvent has risen to about 1 centimeter below the top, the plate gets removed from the developing chamber and immediately the solvent front needs to be marked with a pencil, as it will not be visible anymore after a few seconds. In order to be able to see the spots on the white TLC plate, I need to put the plate under UV light. I look at the plate through the viewer and with the pencil outline the spots. Hopefully the substances have traveled different distances so I can distinguish between the different analytes. Another method of visualization is the iodine chamber, where I put the TLC plate into the container with iodine for a few minutes until some of the spots have turned yellow. Now's a good time to create a record by taking a photo of the plate. Finally, I have to calculate the RF values of the different spots. I measure the distance the solvent front has traveled and also measure the distance each spot has traveled. With these figures, I calculate the RF values for each of the substances, and by comparison should be able to figure out what the unknown compound on the tablet was.